Lovely Complex is a 2007 shoujo anime classic. It had everything that a shoujo anime needed to be popular at that time. From the Y2K colors to the stars and bubbles and the happiness and the comedic moments in the show, it was amazing. And just from reading the plot summary, I thought to myself, this just looks like it could be a story about a young Angel Reese and Kevin Hart that slowly fall in love with each other. And that's kind of accurate, you know, because that's kind of what it is. But the plot of Lovely Complex focuses on Atsushi Otani and Risa Koizumi's friendship as the fairly tall girl and extremely short boy comedic duo, and the challenge of who can find love before they both graduate high school. But as their relationships and experiences together grow, so do their potential feelings for one another. Lovely Complex is so amazing in my opinion because it just brims with charisma, life, character, and lightheartedness. There's an ongoing joke in the show that Koizumi and Otani are the comedic duo Ao Hanshin Kyojin. Now, I don't know what that is. Well, I looked it up, so I know what it is now, but y'all know what that means. Basically, that's a Japanese comedic duo whose whole shtick is that one person is taller than the other person, and the other person is just short. So, yeah. But like I said before, there were a lot of comedic moments in the show. This might have been the most funniest shoujo anime I've watched. I'm not even trying to glaze for the title, or whatever the title may be, but my jaw was on the floor, bro. I will show you. I accidentally saw this comment before even watching the episode, but I just had a triple chocolate chip cookie from Jimmy John's, so my brain might not be 100% on. Are they talking about? Surely they couldn't be, right? Oh. This is your granddaddy. This is your granddaddy. Oh no. Well, that makes two of us.
何すんねん。
ぼーっとしてるからや。
顎打って外国人みたいにばっかり言われたらどないしてくれんねん。
メモ用紙。
Oh, okay. Here comes the Crimson Chain. Good morning, USA. I got a feeling.
マが言うてくれたもん。
やばい。小泉がお菓子なんて架空の恋人まで作り始めた。しかも外国人。
From the animated faces of the different characters to the witty one-liners and references that they make in the show, it was funny. I chuckled a lot. I definitely did. And I know that a lot of people say that the dub is even funnier. I may have to rewatch it in the dub, because if you've been a part of this channel before, I did that with Orion High School Host Club, and it just made the experience 20 times better. But despite being very comical, Lovecom also has motifs of self-love, expressed through the characters Otani, Koizumi, Seiko, and a lot of more characters in the show. And between Otani and Koizumi, there's a sort of playful toxic positivity within the two. Toxic positivity might not be the right word, but they just banter a lot with each other. And it's very cool and wholesome to see. So let's dive deeper into their dynamic and relationship. Otani and Koizumi are short boy and giant girl. If you understand that reference, I love you. Koizumi is 172 centimeters, or around 5'7" to 5'8", compared to Otani's 156 centimeters, or him being 5'1". So that's basically Plaque Boy Max and Liz Cambridge. They was flirting like shit, bro. Oh my gosh. Do I need to be a short king to get a tall queen? Like, what's going on? They are extremely close, and they've been friends for a while, but they are also still learning so much about each other. For example, they both find out that they like the same artist, C-Monk, but Koizumi didn't know about Otani's ex, and Otani didn't know about Haruka, a boy that Koizumi stood up for when they were both children, who comes back into her life. To get even deeper into it, Otani was there for Koizumi for the C-Monk Christmas concert, and he left his ex to go with her because his ex came back into town. They were catching up and they were going to see the concert together, but Otani said, oh no, that's in the past, this is the now, and he went with Koizumi. Also, Koizumi is fond of Otani's basketball skills, even though he was 5'1", like I said before. I think he might even be shorter than Kevin Hart, bro. That's some crazy shit. And also him always being there for her, despite all odds and all circumstances, and always making her smile. There was also the quote-unquote obligatory Valentine's Day chocolate that Koizumi gave to Haruka, because she actually liked Otani. In Japan, I might be wrong, don't quote me on this, okay? But I believe that the guys are like the main focus of Valentine's Day, which is like kind of like the opposite of America. You know, guys do things for the girls on Valentine's Day, and it's kind of like the opposite. And so Haruka received obligatory Valentine's Day chocolate because you would give love chocolate to those that you actually loved and wanted to be with or were with. Whereas you could give obligatory Valentine's Day chocolate to a boy that was your friend if you were a girl. So that makes sense. Basically, that nigga got friend zoned. So far through moments like these, their relationship is strengthened and is almost unbreakable. It's almost as if they're linked by fate to be together, or at least around one another. Especially with Koizumi being jealous of Seiko, a girl that was interested in Otani, because she was so feminine. We also have when Otani did not meet up with Kanzaki, his ex, after she became single, because in his head, he felt that may make Koizumi cry. Because deep down, Otani was a very good dude. You know, despite his height, despite what anybody said about him, he was very considerate of Koizumi and others' feelings. He was very thoughtful. He was a Chad. He was funny. He had it all, except height, and that's okay. But we're gonna talk more about that later on in the video. And we even had the other classmates rooting for Koizumi after finding out that Otani did something that made Koizumi very sad. But as the anime progressed, their relationship got stronger. Stronger. But, spoiler alert, the dynamic is weakened ultimately because of Otani's inability to match Koizumi's feelings once she confesses that she actually has a crush on him. But she doesn't give up there. Over the course of the show, Koizumi develops feelings for Otani, which she expresses. But Otani isn't really sure of his own feelings because he said that he's seen her as a friend and a comedic partner for so long that he couldn't really picture her as his girlfriend, which is low-key understandable, but at the same time, as their relationship transforms, their feelings should transform as well, which he ultimately did decide to go out with Koizumi. Despite height differences, despite feelings not matching up with one another at first, and despite any other obstacles in their way, they became a couple. Lovely Complex is so relatable as well, especially with this world and culture that we live in today. Because I'm gonna give y'all a quick story time, okay? Boom. I had two friends, right? One was named Senpai and the other was named Apple. We were both friends from Instagram. So when I actually met up with Senpai in person for the first time, guess what she said? She said, "Oh, I don't know why I thought you'd be taller." I don't even think she told me, "Hey." Well, fuck me then for being 5'1" and can't even see my own kneecaps. And then Apple literally said the same thing. Like, she was like, "Wow, I don't know why I thought you'd be taller. I know I'm skinny, but like, fuck." This might have been like Ichigo syndrome. Y'all seen that picture of Ichigo standing over Rukia like a fucking redwood tree and she's just standing there like a baby cub? That nigga look tall, but guess what? Ichigo is like 5'8", 5'9". That's crazy, right? I know. Also, there are cultural norms about height in Asia that are different from in America. If you were 5'8" in Asia, bro, you're basically Diane from 7 Deadly Sins. Gayaka. But if you're 5'8" in America, you're just a slightly average tall girl. Actually, no, you're still tall, but like, you know, it's not that tall, you know. And this leads into what I'm about to talk about next. Inhibitions. In life, I've seen a lot of different girls, people, women, ladies that have a lot of different inhibitions about themselves that they shouldn't have, you know, because society is just very cruel, very mean. Well, sometimes, but I don't think they should have these inhibitions. For example, girls, they feel like they're more masculine or less feminine if they have like a deep voice, if you have hair on your arms, if you're tall, like in Lovely Complex, if you're too muscular, if you have facial hair, just etc., you know. And I think it's kind of dumb because these are things that you really can't control, you know. They don't make you any less feminine. They don't make you a gorilla. Like, you're still beautiful inside and out because beauty comes from inside. Beauty is within the eye of the holder, you know. It comes from inside. It's your personality. That will always be so much more attractive than anything that you think may not make you attractive. And I'm telling you that myself, Colgate-Senpai, Darren, okay? Another big one was girls that have like fades. Like that, bro, you have to be 12 to think that a girl with a fade is like masculine or looks like a man. Like, grow the fuck up, bro. You have all these things for a reason. And like I said, they don't make you any less beautiful. So always remember that, okay? And I really mean that. I'm not trying to be a pick me too. I'm not trying to be a pick me. I'm not But back to Lovely Complex. Otani and Koizumi's relationship was going very well, even throughout all the ups and downs, bumps and turns, cracks and crevices. But in episode 22, it was an interesting turning point in their relationship, because that was when the breakup happened. To sum it all up, Koizumi might have had a short man fetish because there was another short boy that was at her job that she kind of took a liking to. Well, not really. He liked her a lot. She kind of liked him because maybe she had a short man fetish, like Otani said. Who knows? But to sum it all up, Kohori, the other short dude that liked Koizumi, asked her out on a date to the Sea Monk concert. And at that point, Otani couldn't really hang out with Koizumi as much because he was studying for his entrance exams to go into college. So Koizumi thought, oh, well, yeah, it'll be fine if I just go out with this dude that looks like my boyfriend but isn't my boyfriend, and I don't have to really tell Otani about it because, hey, we're just going out as friends on this date with this guy that likes me, but I don't really like him even though he likes me a lot.
That's stupid! Use your common sense! Who you with?
America, you see this bullshit? I'ma bust your head till a white meat show. And after Otani found out what happened, he inevitably broke up with Koizumi. But the big question that people had was Otani justified in what he did? In my opinion, yes, and I'm going to explain why. I said yes, especially because he was hesitant about his feelings towards Koizumi at first, because he was short. He might have been insecure about his height, especially since Koizumi even said she wouldn't date anybody shorter than her. And it's also interesting to think about Otani's feelings in all of this. Like, do you think it would have hurt more or hurt less if Koizumi went out with the dude that was taller? Because hear me out, okay? If Koizumi went out with the dude that was taller than Otani, then he might be thinking in his head, dang, he's taller than me. I can never get that height. He'll always have something that I'll never have. Height. Even if I'm a good person, he could also be as much as a good person as I am, and I'll still never have his height. But on another hand, he could be thinking, if she's dating another short guy, like, damn, am I not enough? Like, I have everything and then some, but she just doesn't like me. She just likes the idea of me being a short dude, you know? What do y'all think hurts more? Or what do y'all think, I don't know, that I feel like that's interesting to think about. And Otani is also justified because Koizumi pursued Otani for 4 years. I think 2 or 3 Christmases passed and she was still fucking fawning over this nigga, bro. Like, she did not let it go, but she folded in one night. All because she didn't want to communicate because she felt, oh, I'm distracting Otani from his exam and studying. No, everybody knows this, bro. Communication is everything. Like, you have to say something. Like a quick text, it's just, you have to say something at least. And also, in Otani's defense, you can't let it slide once, because if you let it slide once, it'll continue. So Otani really put on his big boy pants, or his toddler pants, young adult men's, I don't know.
Try me, bitch.
He put on his pants, put on his belt, and he really set things straight, which I do appreciate, and I really liked it, because this shows that he really took their relationship serious. And even when they were broken up, he was still feeling a type of way about it, which really shows that he cares. And throughout all the obstacles in their way, like I said before, their relationship flourished. It bloomed like a beautiful flower in the springtime. And the ending of Love Calm was extremely wholesome. It was a great wrap up to the story. You know, the end was building up to them thinking about their future, but not just their future, the future of their friends as well. Koizumi and Otani's friends. And while everyone has a purpose of their own and a goal that they're working towards, or they find throughout the story, Koizumi finds hers at the end, because Otani wanted to be a basketball teacher or a basketball coach. And deep down, they both knew that maybe if one career goes right and then another goes wrong, they may not be together. But fast forward to episode 24. Circumstances arise in Otani's house where he has to sleep over at Koizumi's house. She helps him study. He oversleeps because he has an exam the next day, and he's about to be late for his exam and potentially miss out being a teacher and achieving his goals. Koizumi said, "Fuck that." They couldn't take the train like they planned because it was a very snowy day and the trains were down. So Koizumi and Otani rode on their bike. She put the pedal to the metal, belt to ass, rode the bike throughout the snow, got Otani to his exam so he could take it in time, which he did take it in time, and he made it in time. He finds out that he passed the exam, they kiss, and then later on they have graduation. But of course they're late because they were late on like the first episode, I think, and they were also late on the last episode, but consistency. So for their punishment for being late, they both have to read the graduation letter because the person who was originally going to read it felt bad. So yeah, they read it. It was extremely wholesome, and they ended off with 3 bonsais. And they'll be together forever. Love Calm might have moved into my top 5 shoujo anime that I've watched for sure. Like, it was just an amazing experience. I really enjoyed watching this show. Thank y'all for recommending this amazing anime to me. And I see all the comments. I will get to the other anime y'all recommending, but please just know this takes time. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like. Subscribe today to become a senpai or senpai-ette. The best, most beautiful, inclusive community on YouTube. I'm gonna go. I love you. Take care of yourselves. Stay warm. Stay safe. This video should come out on Christmas. So if it does, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, goodbye, and peace.